Welcome back, guys, to my Let's Play of Gabriel Knight, The Beast Within, where we left off. I have been exploring this chapter, to figure out what the heck I'm supposed to do. I have all three acts for the opera, but I still need to get, the last piece. So I need to figure out how to get in there. I still haven't found anything. And it makes me wonder, like, she's supposed to pull up a chair. But...
Hello.
Yes, he disappears, like, ASAP, because he's still praying for me. And I know, like, I'm guessing it's to deal with this stuff. I just need to find a way to get the chair over and all that fun stuff.
I think I know which one is Ludwig's, but how am I going to get it down?
Yeah, that's... I like, you could just easily move the...
If I could get away with moving that chair, I could reach the urns. If I could get away...
Oh. Okay, so she did actually prayer. Or did a prayer. Thank goodness. I was wondering.
He's praying.
So can we move the chair?
If I could get away...
No.
If I could get...
But she was like...
I think the box is for penitent offerings.
So what does she mean by... Ugh. What's the offering? Do I have to go outside and take one? I don't want to. I'm missing something. I'm totally missing something. I guess try... Can I try again?
I feel guilty about being here to get in Ludwig's urn. I hope she knows that I mean no disrespect.
Well,
if I could...
If we can move the bloody chair...
If I could get...
It'd be fantastic. Okay. Alright, guys, I'm back. Now, if you're wondering why... Oh, hey, I just noticed Zella's name's down there. Anyway, if you're wondering why are we back in the map, well, I played ahead, and then I found out what I had to do, and we need a penitence. Or hopefully I said that right. We need an offering. Offering of something silver. Where have we seen something silver? I totally was not thinking of this because, well, obviously, I thought it didn't play an important role. It does. The silver heart that Gertrude has. Offering of silver. Sorry, I clicked around profusely, and then I figured out what to do, and then I got grumpers. So, I'm gonna check, because I believe, if I remember correct, let's go into here.
Those look better.
Yeah, it's not there. Oh, yeah, there we go. There it
is. That silver heart reminds me of the silver penitent gifts at Altauding.
Yes.
I wonder if... No, that wouldn't be right. Maybe I should just ask her.
Yes, so let's go ask Gertrude to see if we can take the silver... Oh, wrong way. The silver heart that... What's his pickle gave to her as a gift. I forget his name because it slipped off my brain oh so quick. You. There. I need your heart. Oh, there we go. Silver heart.
Gerda, I have something to ask you. It's really awful.
What is it?
You know the silver heart you got for Wolfgang's casket?
Yes.
If I paid you to have another one made, do you think I could take the one at St. George's?
It's for Gabriel, isn't it?
Yes.
Take it. Wolfgang will understand.
Thank you so much, Gerda.
Yeah, I'm gonna toss it out there. If Grace would explain why we need the Silver Heart instead of Gertrude assuming. I'm sorry, like certain stories are flawed in the sense of if that main character would just explain as to what is happening or his side of the story, we would not have certain conflicts that would spiral out of control and all this stuff if that certain character would explain. I know I'm terrible at explaining stuff, but hopefully I make sense. It just, I'm sorry, I had to sit and watch the entire series of Sons of Anarchy because my husband liked it and I endured it. I did not really care for the series because the lack of communication between characters could have prevented everything that happened in that dumb series. There, it's out. It's out. It's just blah. And also, yeah, I'm not a fan of the series. Anywho, let's go get the heart.
Thanks, Gerda. And Wolfgang.
Okay, so let's go back to I'm trying to think of the name. I would just say the church because I feel like I would
Gabriel won't be needing him.
Yeah, he won't be in his vehicle. I don't want to butcher the name. Oh, yeah, I'm not gonna try. I'm sorry, not gonna try. Okay, so let's go in there. Like, I'd be interested in checking this out, for sure. Whenever I go back to Germany.
I don't think I'm allowed back.
Oh, really? Oh, I have to do it again? Hi, I have... Okay. I'm back. I want a prayer, and then I'm gonna give this... Actually, we should look at it.
Gerda's silver mourning heart for Wolfgang.
That's really nice. I'm kind of sad that we have to, you know, sacrifice it. I wouldn't say sacrifice it, but give it away.
Lady of Altoting, take this gift. I think you know why I'm here. I apologize for even thinking of violating your shrine. But you know I need to get what's inside Ludwig's urn. I think you want me to help him, and Gabriel. Gabriel may be egotistical and selfish, but he's got a good heart, I think. Anyway, he doesn't deserve this curse. Help me help both of them? Please?
So is that a sign, or it just get really windy here? Anyway, let's see if we can move the chair now.
If I could get away with moving that chair, I could reach the urns.
Move the bloody chair. Ah, Grace.
I think
We sacrificed the heart.
he's praying for me.
Can't we move it?
If I could get away, I don't have another gift.
And it just disappeared. It's not in the box. Okay, did that do anything?
If I could get...
No,
If I could get...
clearly not. Well, what?
I think...
Okay, I did have progress. Not like a smidge. Oh, wait. Wait.
I hope this works.
I only have a few seconds.
Okay. So I missed a tiny little thing, but still, we finally moved the bloody chair. Well, why? Why can't you grab the urn? No, she thinks she knows with urn. What? Okay. Okay, so the opera's actually good to go, and, well, yeah.
Der Fluch des Engelhart by Richard Wagner, conducted by Herr Klaus Immerding and Herr Georg Immerding. I can't believe we've pulled it off.
Ella, why is she not in a better attire for this? You're going to an opera. I thought you were supposed to dress all fancy. Oh, you know what I should do? I haven't done this in a while. I should save. I haven't saved since the hunt. Yeah, I should really save. So let's go all the way down and replace a file. Just because I should really save. It's been a while. Okay. Alright, so let's see what...
I could use some fresh air, but I don't have time to go outside.
Let's see what we can do here. I don't know exactly what we need to do. I'm guessing we need to find where, Frederick is. Make sure he's actually at this play. Ooh, creepy.
Lots of drains around here. At least they don't have to worry about flooding.
That's true, but very creepy. Oh, hey.
Wagner's layout of the theater.
Okay, where would the crystals need to be? Okay. I guess we'll look at this over here. Oh.
The Curse of Engelhart by Richard Wagner. Act 1. Many years ago in a small German village there lived a young man named Engelhart. Engelhart was a lowly blacksmith's apprentice. He was fair-faced, but by nature gentle and shy. Being orphaned, and having lived with the blacksmith in virtual slavery since his parents died, Engelhart had nothing in the world to claim as his own. Nothing, that is, but an amazing talent. For 10 years, the beautiful and much-desired wares that had passed for the blacksmith's own had actually been produced by Engelhart. The blacksmith, a greedy and vain man, was determined to keep this a secret. He forbade Engelhart to ever work the metal in front of another soul, on pain of death, but the blacksmith's ingratitude went further still. He was so plagued with envy of Engelhart's talents that he treated Engelhart like a lazy and worthless dog. The other villagers, assuming that the blacksmith's behavior toward Engelhart must be deserved, followed suit. Now in the same town there lived a rich baron. The baron maintained a patronly and righteous face with the villagers, but it was rumored that he was actually unspeakably cruel and wicked. There was also a young maiden, Hildegunda, who was lovely and good-hearted. Hildegunda was the only one who took pity on Engelhart and was kind to him. Engelhart loved Hildegunda madly, but was too shy and too penniless to even speak of it. In the first act, we learn that Hildegunda's parents, blinded by the prospective fortune, have betrothed her to the Baron. When Hildegunda learns of this, she is terrified and protests that the Baron is reputed to be evil, but her parents brush this off as jealous rumors and demand her obedience. Poor Hildegunda is too good to defy her parents' wishes, and so she reluctantly agrees. The Baron, with great public ceremony, sends Hildegunda a betrothal gift of a silver jewelry box. There is also, in the first act, poor Hildegunda, overcome by her fear and anger at the betrothal, casts the jewelry box into the fire. She is immediately remorseful and pulls it out, but it is too late. The delicate silver has been badly marred. Hildegunda fears for her life when she sees the damage. She is afraid the blacksmith would report the damage to the Baron, so she approaches Engelhart and begs him to help her. Engelhart thinks of his master's warning, but determines to disregard it for Hildegunda's sake. He melts down the silver and constructs another box even more beautiful than the first. When Hildegunda sees his great artistic skill, she falls in love with him. The two come together in an aria of love, but their bliss is momentary. What about the betrothal? The young couple, knowing the Baron will never relinquish his claim, decide to run away. Act 2. The Baron learns of Hildegunda and Engelhart's disappearance. He is so furious that he hires hunters to track the pair down. Hildegunda and Engelhart are found and arrested. In a public trial, Hildegunda pleads their case in a stirring aria. She tells the townspeople of Engelhart's great skill and his mistreatment by the blacksmith. She tells them Engelhart is good and kind. The blacksmith should be turned out for his evils and Engelhart given the shop. Then she and Engelhart could marry and live in peace with their neighbors. Her parents chose a groom for her, but she begs to be allowed her own choice. It is then the Baron's turn to speak. He declares that he has been terribly injured, a victim of a wayward girl. His marriage claim was first. There can be no other. He implies that if the villagers do not help him make it right, he will remove his aid from the village coffers. Then the Baron turns to Engelhart. By the rights of the injured, the Baron announces he is empowered to set a curse. The Baron curses Engelhart with a terrible and ancient malady, that whenever the moon shines in the night, Engelhart will become a marauding wolf. The village is terrified of wolves and has been plagued for many years by a local renegade wolf which has taken the lives of many children. The Baron further declares that because he is merciful, he will still marry Hildegunda, but not until she renounces Engelhart with her own words. Until she does, he will keep her safe from further shame by locking her up in a small room at the top of his house. The villagers naturally side with the Baron. Hildegunda goes to her prison, and Engelhart does indeed become a wolf at night. At first, Engelhart is hated and feared by the villagers. They make the sign of the evil eye at him and will not tolerate his presence in town. But soon, rumors start to circulate about Engelhart the wolf. It seems he is always careful not to harm any human being nor any domestic stock. In fact, he even does some good for the villagers. He scares away bandits and he keeps the renegade wolf at bay. No more children are lost to the fangs of the night. Engelhart's kindness shines through even the dire nature of his curse. Hildegunda, meanwhile, still loves Engelhart as much as ever, whatever curse he might be under, and whatever acts that curse might force him to commit. When she hears of Engelhart's successful mastery of the curse, she dedicates herself to him forever. Hildegunda tells the Baron that she will never renounce Engelhart. The Baron's plan having collapsed before him, having given Engelhart dignity rather than removed it, he flies into a rage. He tells Hildegunda that he will marry her anyway, and on the morrow at that. She will become his wife or her parents' life will be forfeit. Act 3. The final act begins with the wedding feast for Hildegunda and the Baron. Hildegunda has cooperated due to her fear for her parents' lives, but now that the service is over, she is horrified to find herself that Baron's wife, and is mourning her final separation from Engelhart. After her poignant opening aria, the Baron approaches her and tries to draw her back to the party. He calls for the entertainment, hoping to cheer her up. In strides a traveling show of minstrels. They wear comic costumes and full face paint and immediately proceed to play and juggle for the crowd. One of them, a mime with a tragic frown painted on his face, seems to want to hover near and amuse the bride. She keeps brushing him off, clearly depressed and tearful, and he does his best to make her laugh. After the amusing antics of the minstrel's first song, the tone changes and the minstrel's music grows dark and theatrical. The Baron protests, preferring the comedy, but he's reassured by Hildegunda's father. The minstrels gather in a circle around the frowning minstrel. They whirl around him, and he slowly sinks from sight. The music grows more frantic. Suddenly, the minstrels burst apart like petals, and standing in the center of the room is a wolf. The villagers scream, but Hildegunda cries out that it is Engelhart. The wolf does not attack the crowd. It only lifts its head and begins to howl. The Baron screams at the wolf to stop, and he screams at the villagers to kill the wolf, but they only stare in horror. The Baron pulls his hair and gnashes his teeth. He rises and makes it to the center of the banquet hall, where he falls down in a heap of wedding silk. What emerges from the silk is another wolf. Engelhart has revealed the Baron's terrible secret for all to see. He was the renegade wolf that had terrorized the village. The Baron wolf escapes from the hall through the main archway. Engelhart leaps after him. The villagers rally in a cry of horror and fury. One of the men grabs an axe from the wall and entreats the others to follow. They will stalk and kill the murderous wolf. The villagers storm through the archway. Hildegunda follows. The final scene takes place in the woods outside the village. The villagers hunt the two wolves. They follow the wolf tracks, singing of the apparent ferocity of the battle between the two wolves. Hildegunda answers the men's excitement with her own fear for Engelhart's life. The crowd emerges into a clearing. There, the two wolves are engaged in a final deadly embrace. As they watch, Engelhart triumphs and the Baron wolf sinks to the ground and dies. Unfortunately, Engelhart is mortally wounded. His curse has been broken by the Baron's death, but it is too late. Hildegunda sings her love to him, while the villagers pronounce him a great hero. Engelhart dies, and all mourn in a sorrowful final aria.
So possible foreshadowing of what's supposed to happen? I meant, like, not in the opera, but, like, with Gabriel and the Baron. Anyway, let's see what we can find here.
I'm not sure why I'd want to do that. I'm not sure.
I don't know, but this is something...
The furnace...
Nope.
The furnace doesn't appear to be running at the moment.
But this is something of quite usefulness, I'm going to say, as my grammar just goes down the tube. What was that? There was something on the ground there. Nothing I can interact with. Okay.
Grace Nakamura.
Yes, yes, Grace. I know you're Grace. Nice to meet you, Grace. Like, we haven't hung around together for, like, how many chapters? I am guessing this is gonna be of use possibly near the end of the game. Oh, there's a door. Wait, back.
If I can't get Gabriel back to Rittersburg before tonight, this room might do the trick. But I need to be able to lock it.
Okay, well, let's see if we can find some way to lock it.
Looks like an old set piece.
I don't have anything I can use.
Looks like a lot of theater junk. A lot of
Okay, well, nothing
looks like
at all. Okay. But that door's gonna be of use. I can imagine.
Cool air's coming in through that vent. It must lead outside.
Okay. What else do we have here? No, I don't. Ugh. Not that way. Okay, this way. Okay, nothing here. And this way leads just back. Okay, so we're at the end of the hall. Anything here? Oh, no, nothing. Okay, I'm at the very back. Okay, and then this just leads just out here. Where are you going? Where are you going? Wait. Are you supposed to go up there, lady? Okay, we are. Okay. Alright. You know what, guys? I'm actually going to end the episode here. Thank you so much for watching. Hopefully you're enjoying my Let's Play of Gabriel Knight so far. As usual, let me know. Like, comment, subscribe, check out my other videos as well. And with that, you guys have a good day, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye!